So again, an example slide, this time very different. I drafted this one myself. I said it before, there is no ask or fundraising goal slide in the Airbnb pitch deck. I'm sure it exists, but it's not part of the published pitch deck. And therefore I had to come up with one slide by myself. And yeah, let's see what I did there. The title, pretty clear, our fundraising goals. Like I said before, I prefer clear titles where I already know what it's about. I don't need an action title in my opinion here. I have a summary table on the left side round. It's a seed round. It tells me probably there was a pre-seed round. Next round will be the Series A. Gives me a rough understanding of the current state of the company. Amount, 2 million euros. A very clear number, closing March 2020. And the burn rate would be 110K. So this would give me a runway of 18 months. And they are looking for 2 investors. And the investment instrument that they are looking for is equity. Let's go through that again because 2 things are pretty important here. First, closing March 2020, I want to add a short note on that. You should plan quite some time for a fundraising process. At least 3 months. So you should start immediately after Christmas with your fundraising process if you want to close in March. Probably it's even better to start before, especially if you're not that experienced. If you do not have a great network, you need to start even earlier because it takes quite some time. It's really time consuming, and yeah. And regarding the instrument, because maybe you think that's obvious, of course I'm looking for equity. That's what venture capital is about. Yeah, but sometimes people are also looking for convertible notes or a SAFE or a KISS, which are other types of investment contracts. And yeah, so you should state that to make that really clear. Yeah, that's it regarding the table. I think everything is pretty obvious here. And on the right side, I added a use of funds graph, which shows me, okay, I want to spend a certain amount of money on product development, sales, marketing, and internationalization strategy. That's not really detailed, of course. As I said before, pitch decks are summaries, they are teasers. It just gives me a rough understanding of what I want to invest in. For example, I do not have a hiring plan on this slide. And it's not completely clear whether the spending in product development includes to hire product managers, for example. That could be, I have to explain that on a separate call or something like that, but it's okay if it's like that. That's enough. And then we have a cap table, the pre-round cap table. By the way, as I said before, do not post the post-round cap table here, at least not in my opinion. And this cap table gives me a good understanding of the current situation of the company. I see that the 2 founders together own 70% of the business. That's good. That's a good number for the current stage. They have an angel investor who is holding 20%. That's actually a lot for an angel, but maybe he was a really helpful and impactful guy with a great network. Then that's justified. And they see a 10% employee stock option pool. And that's also important news that they already have something like that. Then we have to discuss, will we increase it? Will it stay like that? We'll do that in the next round, and so on and so forth. But seeing that cap table shows me a lot of transparency regarding the sources of their means so far. On the bottom, there is an additional note. We have received additional 200k euros as a grant by the European Union. Why did I add that here? I mean, of course I made it up, but yeah, sometimes you also get money, not just from investors, but somewhere else like grant. And if you get a grant, we will see that in the financials. And yeah, if you explain it here, it's already more transparent. You can do it with one sentence, as you have seen here. I think that's a pretty lean version of a ask slide, a fundraising goal slide. Yeah, you can draft it like that. As I said before, you can add a hiring plan as well if you want. But I think you should stick to these kind of information as well. So you shouldn't miss anything that I show here. Yeah, that's it regarding the example. In the next video, we'll talk about a short assignment. And yes, looking forward to it.